Hello friends, welcome back to Cosmopolitan Cornbread. Today I am bringing you into the kitchen to make King Ranch chicken. It's a Tex-Mex classic that delivers bold flavors and cheesy, comforting warmth in every bite. So to begin, you're going to saute some onion and bell pepper in butter until they're tender. Sprinkle in some all-purpose flour, stir them all together to coat. We're going to add in 2 cups of milk. I usually use whole milk for pretty much everything. And we're going to stir this together and let it cook over a low-medium heat until it begins to bubble and thicken up into a nice, rich sauce. Add in a little bit of salt and pepper. Now the original King Ranch chicken used cream of chicken soup, and I'm not a fan of those questionable cans of stuff, and so I make this homemade sauce instead. Now that the sauce has thickened up, I'm going to drop in a whole block of cream cheese, and we're just going to break this up and stir and let it melt all together. Once the cream cheese is melted in, we're going to add in about a cup or so of shredded cheddar. And once again, we're just going to melt this all in. I'm adding in a teaspoon of chili powder, 3/4 of a teaspoon of cumin, and if you have it on hand, I'd add in a 1/2 teaspoon of ancho chili powder as well. It gives it a nice kick, but not too hot. Just look at how thick and cheesy this sauce is. We're adding in a can of Rotel, which is diced tomatoes and green chilies, and I add in another can of green chilies as well. Now a Rotel can is 10 ounces, but if you use the organic Muir Glen, that one's 14.5 ounces. That's totally fine as well. This is a very flexible recipe. King Ranch chicken casserole is something that's been around since around the 50s or so. Nobody really knows the source of the recipe, although it is named after some famous ranch in Texas. Now the original used torn up tortillas, but I substituted that with 8 ounces of cooked penne pasta. I added in about 4 cups of cooked chicken that I've cubed up. Mix those together in an oiled pan. And then add in that rich, amazing cheesy sauce. I'm just going to gently stir this all together. Now, if you wanted to, you could do this in a separate bowl, but I really don't see the need for dirtying up another dish. And the pot I was using to cook the sauce in wasn't quite big enough to hold all of this. Just kind of spread it out in the pan. And then I'll clean up the edges. Grab a paper towel and wipe off any sauce that's around the edge of the pan, just to clean it up a little bit. And then finally we're going to sprinkle on about another cup and a half of the shredded cheddar. Now you could mix this up. You could use some pepper jack cheese. You could use some Monterey Jack or Colby Jack. It's really up to you. Now we're going to go into the oven at 350 degrees for 25 to 30 minutes until this is bubbly and golden around the edges. Just look at that. You'll want to let this rest in the pan for about 5 minutes or so before you serve it. And that is it. You can get this recipe on my website, cosmopolitancornbread.com, where you can print it out or save it on Pinterest if you like. Here's another recipe that you might like for cornbread sausage bake. You can find both of these recipes and over 800 others on my website, cosmopolitancornbread.com. Thanks for spending time with me here in the kitchen, y'all. My name is Constance from Cosmopolitan Cornbread. God bless, and I'll talk to y'all next time.